The U.S. Federal Reserve will hold its July policy meeting on Tuesday and Wednesday, with watchers expecting the central bank to hold interest rates steady. But with the Fed still expected to hike rates in the coming months, the focus is now on key economic indicators that could have a significant bearing on the Fed's future policy direction. Joonhee reports.
After a rate hike in June, there's a wide market consensus the Federal Reserve is likely to stand pat and make no major announcements at the end of its two-day FOMC meeting this week. The Fed is expected to take pause for several more months as it continues to monitor developments and progress in the U.S. economy. One issue of particular concern for the Fed is inflation, which continues to remain subdued and below its target goal of 2%. However, Fed Chair Janet Yellen remains confident that low inflation is transitory and a pickup in the economy will eventually support price growth.
Now, for several months running, we have seen unusually low inflation readings. As I mentioned, there appear to be some special factors that partly account for that.
The current week is also backlogged with several key economic data releases, including the first estimate on second quarter U.S. GDP growth due on Friday. Markets predict the U.S. economy expanded by 2.6% in the April to June period, fueled by an uptick in consumer spending and robust employment growth. Economists remain perplexed, however, by falling inflation despite solid job growth and low unemployment, which would usually be accompanied by growth in wages and prices. Minutes from the Fed's June meeting showed several members of its policy board were wary of the phenomenon and were, quote, not comfortable with the central bank's plan to raise interest rates again this year. Investors remain roughly split on the chances of a rate hike in December, although the odds have steadily eroded in recent months. All eyes will be on Yellen's speech on Wednesday on whether she will reaffirm the Fed's desire to normalize its monetary policy and provide any hints on the timeline of its actions. Joonhee, Arirang News.